Okay, I think this is recording. I got a new phone since the last time because I've kind of had a weird go of tech lately. My computer broke. My cell phone, I lost it for like 4 days, so I just got a new one because it kind of sucked. But okay, so I've decided I'm going to be an MRA. Well, let's see where this one goes. This could be entertaining. You know, sadly in life, for my own personal detriment, I hold everyone to the exact same standard because, you know, product placement. Just because, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll probably get in trouble if I take this down for that just alone. But unfortunately, I hold everyone to the same standard because, you know, this nice bottle of Crystal Light, Crystal whatever the fuck this thing is, does not weigh any less. It's not any bigger or smaller, depending on who I hand it to. That is you personally. That is no one else involved. The rules don't change because who you are. Now, I know they're supposed to. I know. I've gotten in trouble for this many times. Because there's a bad thing of, you know, well, I've got a chunk of my arm missing. I might actually add it in this video. I'm debating on wrapping it to see what it looks like, but it's been a couple days. But just because you're you and I'm me does not change the weight of an object, the amount of things that get done, or anything like that. Actually, it might change the things that get done because I'm pretty fucking strong. I'll admit that. I'm sorry, I'm physically capable, and no, there's a worse part beyond the physically capable. No, this is going to be really bad. If anyone actually realizes and grasps this point, it's going to be very, very bad. I'm intelligent. I know that wheels make things easier. And there are different... wait, stay with me. Don't just turn off the computer. There are different kinds of wheels. Some have 2, some have 4, some of them swivel. You can use each of these in a different way with these things like rope or ratchet straps to make things do differently. I can outdo someone 10 times my strength by using this up here. Not this. And I'm pretty fucking built. I shoulder press about 100 pounds. Like, as in, pick it up off of the ground at my feet, put it to my chest, and I can put it over my head. I can do 100 pounds without too much trouble. That's not that much big of a thing for me. But, you know, I've been gotten in trouble because I expected someone else who was... okay, wait, this isn't actually getting the MRA thing. This is just life. I just did this the other day. But it was another dude. He was actually about 3 inches taller than me. He had, you know, wider shoulders, blah, blah, blah. He looks better than me physically. He couldn't do it. He asked for help, and then I helped him. And then later, I got in trouble with another friend of mine. I wish it was one of my supervisors. That'd be way more fun. But no, it's a friend of mine because I gave someone an unfair task because I cannot hold people to the same standard that I hold myself to. Now, how is that fair that I can't hold people to the same standard I hold myself to? And yet, I'm the bad guy because I can do something better. There's another thing I've actually been working on lately that ties into this. Is saying that you did a good job and thank you when someone does a mediocre, half-assed, and bullshit attempt at doing something. Now then, as I said before, my standards may be way too high, but you know what? If we're making the same amount of money, you've lost the right to complain. If I'm expecting what I can do out of you, and we're making the same amount of money, equal pay, equal work. It does actually exist. Sadly, if I'm being paid the same amount as you, honestly, I'll say it outright. I should be paid more than you if you cannot actually do it, either physically, mentally, I'm not even going to label it physically, mentally even, what I can. In the same amount of time with the same amount of stuff. Because it doesn't get heavier just because I handed it to you. It doesn't get any it might actually, sorry. It does get harder because I gave it to you because you're a special snowflake. You know, it's this really fucked up thing of the simple points that the stuff I have to deal with on a regular basis of people who can't do shit trying to tell me how great they are, and I'm like, okay, let's go do it. At the point where I say, okay, let's go do it, they shrink back and they're like, oh, I don't know, or I can't do that right now, or no, hey, let's go. Come on, let's go. Fucking lift those crates up. Let's go move this stuff around. Let's go load this truck. Let's go unload this truck. Let's go build a fucking event. I'm not very good at decor. I admit that outright. I give people praises for doing that. When someone actually looks down on me doing decor because I'm loading the truck and unloading the truck, I'm doing something they physically and mentally cannot do 99% of the time because that's why you're on decor. And this is like event setup and others. If you're stuck on decor, it means it might not always be, but there is a lack of faith in you doing anything physically or mentally. You can make things shiny. Ooh, that's great. You know, you can hang a piece of cloth off the ceiling, but you know what? I can flip the sofa over, haul up a flight of stairs, and then place it where it needs to go. 10 times in the time it took you to hang 2 pieces of cloth. Now, where's the equivalency in that we might make the same amount of money? That you're hanging a couple of pieces of cloth and I'm hauling shit up flights of stairs, placing it into spots, and then tearing it out when it's done, and taking down your cloth too 9 times out of 10. Why do you make the amount of money you do? Because of the Equal Pay Act. At least from my understanding of it, I don't know. I need to do more research on the actual laws of it, but it's basically the Equal Pay Act. It's you can't pay someone less because they're doing less work under any given forms because there's a minimum amount for it. I'm not arguing against minimum wage, but I am arguing against actual productive capability. Because you know what? Minimum wage is actually a requirement of our society, because otherwise, we've seen it in the 1920s, any time where the society was underly produced and otherwise, you basically pay people nothing, no matter how much they do. But at this point, people are getting this entitlement thought to getting everything for doing nothing. And the people who actually do stuff get paid less than the people who do jack shit. Although, that does not rule out intelligence and otherwise. If you can program things, if you can do things with your mind that other people can't, good for you. You're making a product or otherwise. But if you're just doing the littlest, lightest amount of crap and you're still making as much as someone who actually busts their ass and physically works all the time, you really need to rethink your life, because, you know, you might be getting that and eventually you will be replaced. I mean, even the people who do it physically will be replaced, but you will pretty quickly too, because you know what? I actually have meritable worth. I can do stuff. I can make things happen. You will hang cloth. But okay, back to the other one. Back to the MRA thing. I've been thinking about trying to, like, as I said before, I can't hold everyone to the standards I hold for myself, because I'm, you know, decently strong. I'm pretty well built. I work out a lot. I do a lot of physical shit all the time. But I'd actually like to have, I'll put up a challenge. If anyone actually sees this video, and any like feminist or any of that kind of, I don't know what the whole political correcty thing for that is, would like to try and work with me at some point, I will so get you on a job crew. You're not allowed to complain, because you know what? I will do everything that you do. You are not allowed to bitch, whine, mope, any of that. You cannot say anything about anything being unfair, because you get the exact same standards that I do. We will give you medical attention if you're injured. We will patch you up if you get hurt. But you have lost the right to complain, because you're being treated as an equal, not a special group. If anyone would actually like to take that one up, and if I actually get someone to do this with me, I will hire a camera guy to follow us around so that you can actually... Oh, damn, my other computer just went out. So that you cannot say a damn thing to anyone about the way you were treated or anything like that. Because, you know, if you get on this, I'm actually going to treat you a lot more politely and nicely than I do my normal coworkers. I'm kind of a dick. You know, I make people go up flights of stairs. If you're tired, if you're anything like that, I will lay the fuck into you. But you, if you get onto this, I will probably be nice enough not to do that. I will simply have a camera crew with. We'll go with physical, mental. If you can come up with better ways to do something, or more physical ways to do something, and you can... Okay. And after saying all that, you can try and argue it out that, oh, I have more practice. Okay. That only puts out the... That doesn't even put out the mental. You should be able to outsmart me if you're a better person, you're feminized, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not hard shit to do. I wouldn't make anyone do anything really complex, like build a house. It's going to be load a truck. It's boxes and shapes into a container. It's not a hard thing to do. And the other one would be just the simple, not even figuring out how to do it, just doing it. Not the how, just the process. Because you can put objects from point A to point B. Doesn't make it any easier because I'm a guy. So, hey, think about it. If anyone would be ever interested, I don't know if anyone will actually ever see this video, but fuck it. It'll be fun.